Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Michelle Leith with unlockyourpossibility.com. I guess it's Tuesday. I keep thinking it's Monday because I just got back last night from being gone for the weekend. I went to my 30-year high school reunion. That was actually a lot of fun, but really kind of scary to recognize that I've been out of high school for 30 years. Scary. But anyway, I wanted to chat with you guys today. If you're new to my scopes, my name is Michelle Leith, and I am a certified eating psychology coach, and I teach women how to detox their relationship with food so that they can live and eat fearlessly. And I'm the founder of unlockyourpossibility.com. And I'm super, super committed. Thank you for the hearts. I'm super, super committed to helping women create a healthy, peaceful, nourishing, and pleasurable relationship with food and with life. So I specialize in helping women who struggle with emotional eating and just that feeling of like, I know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm just not doing it. And I believe that we all deserve to live and eat without fear and without shame and without guilt. And that's actually what I want to talk to you about today. I was giving a workshop last weekend here in my hometown. Hi, Denise. Everybody, I'd love to hear where you guys are from too. Let me know where you are watching from. So I'm giving a workshop last weekend. And the title of my workshop was, of course, Eat Fearlessly. And I was talking about 3 really cool secrets that you can learn to get more pleasure and nutrition and even calorie burning from whatever you choose to eat, right? So anyway, I was giving this workshop, and one of the women in the group asked me, why is it that when you go on vacation, like she had gone to Europe, and she had been over there, and she's like, how come when I was on vacation in Europe, I was able to eat like whatever I wanted and I didn't gain any weight? Like she's like, I ate a whole round of like camembert cheese, right? So, and I love this question because I hear this all the time when I'm giving talks and from the clients that I work with. You know, when you think about, we call it the French paradox, right? Why is it that women in European cultures, we think of France specifically, are able to eat bread and cheese and wine and chocolate and cream sauce, right? And all of these things. And yet they, in the European cultures, they don't have nearly the rate of obesity that we have. They don't have nearly the rate of eating disorders that we have. Hi from Brazil, New Brunswick, right on. And so, so what gives? How come people in another country, in another place, can eat all the things that we're taught over here in the United States? And you guys are all over the world, which is cool, but I'm kind of specifically focusing on most of the women that I work with, and most of what I see in our culture in the US is that, all these foods are bad. Like, cheese and dairy is fattening and it's inflammatory and it's bad for you. And white bread, oh my God, don't eat white bread or it's instantly going to turn to sugar and fat in your body and you're going to be addicted to sugar and, right, all this stuff. All these things that we're told we shouldn't eat because they are going to make us, fat or whatever. Why is it that women in another culture can eat this and they're totally fine, right? They're totally fine. And again, why is it that, this woman in my workshop, she went on a trip and realized, I was eating all this stuff that I'm, usually don't eat at home. And I came back and like I had lost weight. Okay, bye-bye. That's really not cool. You're gone, buddy. So anyway, it's because, but my answer to her question was that it really comes down to the ingredients in the experience of eating, right? Not just the ingredients in the food. Okay. So how come you can eat cheese in the United States and it makes you fat and you can eat it in France and you lose weight, right? Here's what it comes down to. We ingest so much guilt with our food here. We have so many judgments, so many fears, right, about certain kinds of food and what they're going to do to us and if they're going to make us sick and, or if they're going to make us heavy or if they're going to make us want to eat more. When we come to the table, we actually digest and ingest more than just the actual food. We're digesting the experience of eating. We're digesting the atmosphere. We're ingesting the emotions that we bring to the table. And for so many women here, so many of the women that I meet, they're coming to the table with fear and guilt, right? And even shame. So you're sitting there going, oh my God, I shouldn't be eating this. This cheese is, oh, this is so fattening. This is going to be, I'm going to have to like totally punish myself tomorrow or whatever. When you are ingesting that with your food, like the side order of guilt, right? Like I'll take the hamburger and the fries with a side of guilt. It actually creates a physiologic stress response in your body. So when, a stressor is any real or imagined threat, right? It doesn't even have to be a real threat for your body to respond physiologically. No, Denise, I have not been to Asia. I'm wondering what it's like over there in terms of this conversation that we're having. So when you are, having this perceived threat, which is, oh no, I'm eating something bad. This is bad for me. I'm doing something wrong. Your brain perceives that as a stressor, and it creates physiology in your body that signals your body to store more weight. It actually signals your body to store more weight. So you're sitting there eating, your ice cream. Ice cream. Yeah, same thing. If you're sitting there eating your ice cream, feeling guilty about it, feeling fearful about what it's going to do in your body, judging yourself, right? Imagining it going right to your thighs. This is actually creating a physiologic climate in which your body's much more likely to store that ice cream as body weight and body fat, right? And then, not to mention the after effects, right? So after we eat something like that, same thing. Anything that we're eating, when we're eating it with judgment and guilt and shame and fear, right, we're not metabolizing it as well as we could be. And then, of course, we start to feel guilty, and then we start to feel restrictive, which kind of sets us up to repeat the cycle and maybe eat more of that substance than we really want or need. Take, the women in the French culture, for example. They don't have all these judgments about, they eat a baguette, right? No big deal. They're not fearful about white bread. They have a slice. They have a couple of slices. They have it with some cheese. They don't worry about it. They get pleasure from it, which actually pleasure is a metabolic enhancer, right? You actually burn better when you have pleasure with your food. And they enjoy themselves and then they move on, right? So they're relaxed when they're eating these things. And that's what the difference is when you're on vacation, right? So have you ever think about a time maybe where you lost weight without even trying? Like maybe it was a time where you just were focused on other things and things were going really well in your life. And you're like, oh, I'm not even thinking about food. And wow, my clothes fit better than ever, right? That comes back to this same thing. It's the relaxation response. It's when we are at ease around food and we're just in a natural relationship with food that our bodies actually process food a lot better. And also we're filled up on other things. And so we're not trying to fill that void of, maybe an emotional emptiness or whatever with certain kind of foods, especially those that we think are forbidden or that would be some kind of reward or a treat. When that stuff's allowed every single day, it's no big deal. It's like you can kind of take it or leave it. It's like, oh, do I want cheese today with no, maybe I do, maybe I don't, So, again, it comes back to, what else are you ingesting when you're eating, whatever you're eating, what are the emotions, the thoughts that are actually present with you at that meal or snack, and are they actually serving you? Because if they're creating a whole bunch of stress in your mind, they're actually not serving your body, and they're making you more likely to overeat and more likely to gain weight. Wouldn't it be so much nicer to be able to eat like the French do, right? Just to show up to a restaurant and say, what looks delicious today? What looks delicious on the menu? And, rather than, oh no, I have to have this or I can't have that, or, I want to order this, but take everything off of it. That's not fun, right? That's not eating fearlessly. So I just want you to start to think about, what are some of those other ingredients? In my opinion, guilt, huge toxic ingredient that a lot of us are ingesting with our food that we do not need to. And of course, shame and fear, right? Coming to the table, perceiving food as an enemy, fight or flight response. Fight or flight response is stress chemistry. So you're much more likely to store weight, stop building muscle, slow down calorie burning. This is all mind, body, nutrition science, right? So let's go ahead and skip the side of guilt, right? Skip the side of guilt. Enjoy what you enjoy. And if you're going to eat bread or cheese or chocolate or wine or ice cream or cake or whatever, make the conscious decision to do it with pleasure and to savor it and to enjoy every bite, knowing that that actually serves your body much better. And you can actually drop the fear because you're going to metabolize and digest and get more nutrition even from whatever that particular food is. So how about we make it a week of eating like the Europeans and just having more pleasure with our food and leaving that guilt at the door. Thank you so much for following along. I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think about that? Do you feel guilty when you eat things like that? Why do you think, you can go on vacation and enjoy all these things and then you come home and you can't, right? What is that? Why do we do that to ourselves? What if we were to change that? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. My pleasure. If you'd like more information, you can always check out my website. It's unlockyourpossibility.com. I have a free download there called 5 Keys to Unlock Your Peaceful Relationship with Food. I go a lot deeper into this mind-body nutrition stuff and give you some more tools that you can use. So check that out at unlockyourpossibility.com. And I hope to see you on the next scope. Thanks so much, you guys, for following along. Have a great day. Have a super nourishing day. And I'll see you soon. Bye.